Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Nerdy Operator, and I am bringing you my review of Call of Duty Vanguard today. Now, Vanguard's been out for a while, and I've put in some considerable trigger time on the game to be able to get, in my opinion, an informed opinion about the game. I've been jumping back and forth between Vanguard, Cold War, and Modern Warfare 2019 just to kind of compare the games and just see how they feel individually. Just to kind of, give myself a better idea as to whether or not I can actually like Vanguard. So anyway, tonight I have a few topics that I would like to talk about, just to kind of give my opinion on. We're going to start with my smallest gripes and work my way up to my biggest gripes. So to start us off, I want to talk about the Killstreaks. Now, I am glad that they're sticking with the Killstreaks system. I've always really hated the score streak system. If you guys want to know why, that's actually a whole nother video, because I could really go into it for a while. So if that's something you'd like to know about, let me know in the comments. I'll make another video about it describing why I didn't like the score streak system. Anyway, so Killstreaks, I feel like they're very lackluster. And I'm not exactly thrilled by the selection. Like, it's cool that we have attack dogs again, but like, even like the lethal kill streaks, even like the dogs feel underwhelming compared to, like, say, the dogs from World at War or the original Black Ops. They just don't really seem to do as much damage. I don't know if that's by design, but to me, like I said, it just feels lackluster. And then, like, most of the kill streaks are more support based. The flame knot is kind of interesting. Don't really have a whole lot to say about the flame knot, but other than the fact that, just like any other juggernaut, it's OP as shit. But the rest of them are just they're just I don't really feel any kind of euphoria when I'm using them. Like, back in the day, playing Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, when you got say the AC-130 or the Lodestar or the Chopper Gunner, those always just felt so good. It always just gave me like a sense of euphoria. And I'm sure that's how a lot of other people felt about the kill streaks back then. None of the kill streaks just really do that for me in Vanguard. And yeah, honestly, I kind of feel like we're back in Call of Duty Ghosts in the way of just the kill streaks just being underwhelming, lackluster, and just kind of pointless. To me, they just feel pointless. It's really that simple. Yeah, I mean, they just feel weak compared to all the other games. So that's my first gripe. My next gripe, I feel like there's no real hit detection in the game. There's a clip in this montage where you will see me running after a guy with a shotgun, and I will be right up in his face and spraying him down with automatic gunfire, and to me it just didn't seem like I was hitting him, because he immediately killed me. But I got quite a number of rounds off, and I was right in his face. There's no way I could have missed. So to me, that kind of, and it's not even just that, just from playing, I just feel like the hit detection is a little off. I can't really explain it, but it just feels wonky, chunky. I don't know. I don't really know how to put it. It just it feels very spongy. I think that's probably a better way of putting it. It just feels spongy. But then again, that could just be me. Because, to be honest, before I played Call of Duty Vanguard, I hadn't played Call of Duty in like 2 or 3 months. Because the last time I played was Warzone, but because of the bad cheater problem, I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I stopped playing. So maybe it's just me. Maybe if I continue to play it, maybe it would feel a little bit better. But yeah, as of right now, it just feels kind of hit and miss. Next up, the maps. So it's cool that they brought back some classic World at War maps like Castle and Dome. That's cool and all, but I've always hated Dome. That map has got to be one of the worst flowing maps in Call of Duty history, right next to Shipment. Now, I'm talking Shipment from like Modern Warfare 2019, or just pretty much any other Shipment besides the original one. I guess World at War, or no, sorry, not World at War, World War II Shipment wasn't too bad, but like, yeah, when it comes to Dome, like that map just does not have a good flow, and especially with the spawns, which I'll get into a little bit more here later. The spawns on that map are so bad. You will get spawn kills so many times over and over and over and over and over. On that map in particular, and like I hate it. I feel like there's better maps from World at War that they could have brought back besides Dome. I'm fine with them bringing Castle back. Castle has a nice flow to it, but the rest of the maps, they just feel I'm trying to think of a way to put this. Like, they just feel off. They don't, to me, they don't really feel like they have any real structure. Like, it kind of just feels like a mess. You know, I mean, sure, there's technically like 3 lanes, but it's just, I don't know. The maps just seem messy to me. Kind of like Modern Warfare 2019's standard multiplayer maps do. They just don't, again, this is just me, just my opinion, they don't feel like they have a good flow. Like, I really can't truly get a real grip on the flow of the maps, especially because of the somewhat destructible environments, which it's cool that they added that. It's something that I always thought Call of Duty needed, but at the same time, some maps you can basically destroy all the available cover, leaving you with no cover. Like the map Decoy, I think it is like a perfect example. Now that map is very small, but like all the buildings that are like right in the center of the map, you can basically tear away every little bit of it, leaving you with no cover, which I feel like just messes with the flow and the dynamic of the traditional arcade style of Call of Duty. In games like Battlefield, destructible environments make sense because of the scope and scale. Even like on like normal team deathmatch, the maps are still huge compared to Call of Duty. So with Battlefield it works. Call of Duty not so much. Which I never thought I would say, because as I said, I honestly thought destructible environments is something Call of Duty always needed. But Call of Duty is, at its core, a arcade shooter. And it's just not, the symmetry is not built for destructible environments, in my opinion. I feel like it just completely jumbles the usual flow of gameplay. Next up, the camos. Vanguard has some of the ugliest camos I have ever seen in my life. Like, I will go as far as saying that Vanguard has the worst camos out of any Call of Duty game. And I mean that 100%. Especially when it comes to gold camo. It looks like someone just melted a pot of gold on top of your gun. It looks disgusting. Or someone spilled a vial of gold nail polish. And, like, diamond camo looks the way it pretty much always has, so I don't really have a problem with that one. But I remember back with Modern Warfare 2019, a lot of people were saying like the Damascus camo wasn't worth going for. It looked horrible. Well, my personal opinion was I thought Damascus was cool, and atomic camo is disgusting. To me, it is in no way appealing. And that's kind of how I felt about Dark Matter and Cold War. It just looked ugly. It didn't look like anything of like real flair, you know? And in the case of Cold War, I thought Dark Aether looked so much better because it reminded me so much of the original Dark Matter from Black Ops 3, while actual Dark Matter just pretty much looked like purple wavy water. And then Atomic camo just basically looks like you're on a trip, if you get what I mean. I don't really know how else to put it. It just doesn't look good. So that one we're gonna keep short and simple because I mean there's really not a whole lot to go into when it comes to the camos. Now next up is Gunsmith. Gunsmith, I love the Gunsmith system. It's cool. However, I do kind of feel like 10 attachments is just a bit much. Mainly just because it feels like it messes with weapon balance in a way that's really not supposed to. That's just my opinion. I could be completely off base, and maybe you guys will probably say I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and that's fine. But I'm just telling you guys how I feel. I just feel like 10 attachments is a bit much. I really don't think we need that many. I truly think 5 from Modern Warfare and Cold War was fine. Like Cold War, you had the option of like adding more attachments with the wild cards, which I think would have been a better way to go for Vanguard and honestly Call of Duty games going forward, because just having 10 attachments available at the ready, it kind of takes away, in my opinion, some of like the flair of creating a really unique loadout when you would use like a wild card, you know. But again, this is just my personal opinion. You guys can agree or disagree. That's really all I have when it comes to Gunsmith. I just feel like 10 attachments is a bit much. I think there was better, more stable, and more balanced routes such as wild cards that I think would have been better, or in this case, weapon proficiencies. Next up is grenades, or grenade physics, I should say, in the game. I feel like the grenades, like, how can I explain this? So, when, at least in my experience, when I go to throw a grenade, like angle it to like bounce off of like a corner to go into the room, you know, it would bounce back. Like even like when you have the perk that actually lines out where the trajectory of your grenade is, like you'll see that it's like, oh, it shows that it's going to bounce into that room, and then you throw it and it would bounce back at me. That has happened so many times in the game, and it is infuriating. So I kind of feel like the grenades are kind of missing some physics here, because in my experience, they're just not rebounding the way that they really should. And like, sure, you're going to make terrible throws and they will bounce back, but there's some instances where it just should not, but it does anyway. So that's really annoying. This next one is actually really small, like the clan progression system. It's cool that they brought like clan wars back in a way, but I'm not really, like, I don't quite understand why we have to go back to clan progression. I mean, I kind of feel like it's just back with Call of Duty Ghosts. It's like, you know, you gotta level up your clan to get all of this like unique stuff, and I honestly think that's stupid. That's just my personal opinion. I just thought it was better just to have like a regiment in Modern Warfare where it just didn't, there was nothing to it. You just create a regiment, you have your buddies, you go play, and then you have double XP when you play together. Simple as that. So that's really all I have for that. Next up is this game's version of Shipment. Now, this has got to be the worst version of Shipment in my personal opinion. Modern Warfare 2019's was very shitty, but this version is like, you can climb on top of the boxes now, so that kind of adds like a different flow than what a lot of people will be used to from Shipment, and that is the reason I think it is the worst version of Shipment, because Shipment's already chaotic as it is, and then that just kind of just makes it messy. It just feels messy, guys. I don't really know how else to put it. But then again, in my opinion, Shipment hasn't really felt balanced since the original Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered. I enjoyed it a lot in the original Modern Warfare, as well as Modern Warfare Remastered. But like all the other versions, like the version in Ghosts, World War II, 2019, now Vanguard, they've all been bad. They just don't have a good flow. They just and the spawns. I'm gonna talk about the spawns now. The spawns in this game have got to be the worst I've ever experienced from any Call of Duty game, and that's saying a lot because Modern Warfare 2019 spawns were horrendous, and they never really did anything to fix it. They say they did, but they really didn't. The spawns were horrible, and they are horrible in this game. way much more so, especially on a map like Dome. As I said, you will spawn in the same spot 100 times and just keep getting spawn killed, and people know it, so they're just gonna exploit it. And I saw, I don't remember if it was a tweet or an article that Sledgehammer was looking into the spawns. I could be mixing that up with Battlefield. I'm not. Did I say Twitch? I meant to say Twitter. If I said Twitch, I'm sorry. I meant to say Twitter. It's possible I'm mixing it up with DICE and Battlefield, but I'm pretty sure it was Sledgehammer. So maybe they'll do something with the spawns, maybe not. But as it stands right now, they are just horrid. You will spawn in the same spot over and over and just get killed over and over because people know you're going to spawn there, so they're just going to exploit the hell out of it. That's something that needs to be fixed, like, right now, because that's one of my issues with Call of Duty that will cause me to rage, is just terrible spawn balancing and placement. That's my second biggest gripe. Most of my gripes are pretty small. This one is my second largest one. We're going to get to my biggest one here in a second. Yeah, the spawns, they just feel like Modern Warfare 2019's spawns, but worse. Way, way worse. So yeah, hopefully they do something with that. Now, my biggest gripe is, we all know about Ricochet. They were developing it to stop cheating and whatnot for Warzone and Vanguard. That's all fine and dandy. But why the hell didn't the game ship with it? It did not ship with AntiCheat. To me, that is malpractice of the most heinous sort when it comes to an online competitive game of any kind. You made it specifically for this game and Warzone going forward, but you're not going to ship it with the game. On top of the fact that Call of Duty should have had anti-cheat to begin with, but it didn't, and now we have to wait for the Pacific map to drop, which was delayed, so we have to wait a little bit longer just to get anti-cheat. I mean, come on, that is just inexcusable. There's no reason for that. We should have anti-cheat from the very beginning, but something like this kind of makes me believe, honestly, it's kind of proof in my eyes that Call of Duty has never truly had an anti-cheat, even when they say that they do. And it just makes me reflect on playing Call of Duty growing up. Modern Warfare 2, World at War, Black Ops 2, all those games. And I just remember how bad the hacking would get, and it is true, Call of Duty has never truly had anti-cheat. And why is that? I mean, it's not that hard. There's games from smaller development studios that have way better security policies for their online play and dedicated anti-cheat. Like, one I can name off the top of my head is Insurgency and Insurgency Sandstorm. They have some of, like, the best online security when it comes to cheating, and they have easy anti-cheat, which is one of the most brutally punishing anti-cheat software systems out there. And I don't understand why Call of Duty just can't, and the developers just can't take that extra step to implement it. To me, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't, guys. So, all in all, my overall, like, review for Vanguard is, it could be better. It really could. I wasn't expecting much out of it, and I didn't get much out of it. It just felt like Modern Warfare 2019, but with a World War II reskin and shittier physics and balancing. So I'm not even sure I'm going to continue to play it. Honestly, I'd rather play Battlefield, even though that game's a horrid mess. Or just stick to Modern Warfare or Black Ops. Because I went back and forth between Modern Warfare and Black Ops in between playing Vanguard, and out of the 3 games, Vanguard felt the worst. It played the worst, it felt the most unbalanced, and yeah, it's just, they had so much time to work on this game, and I understand because of COVID, you know, a lot of people are working from home, but like, Cold War was made in less than 3 years, because of the falling out between Raven Software and Sledgehammer, and, you know, Treyarch got put on the project, but they were able to bring that game out with a much less time frame, and that game, granted, it's had plenty of updates because it's been out for a year. Even when that game first came out, that from like memory, that game felt better than Vanguard does now. And Sledgehammer's not exactly the best when it comes to fixing things. I think we can all pretty much agree on this, because World War II was iffy at best. So, all in all, the game needs work, guys. I'm not really thrilled by it. I'm also really sick of the World War II setting. And yeah, and it's nothing against that conflict, because it was brutal. It's just we've had so many World War II shooters that it's so oversaturated at this point. I think it just needs to stop for a while again. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to another futuristic title. But anyway, guys, like I said, I feel like the game needs work. It's not bad, could be better. Out of the 3 Call of Duty games that have come out in the past few years, it's the worst one, in my opinion, by far. Especially because Zombies is, whew, goddamn, that is a mess. I don't even want to talk about it. So I'm not going to. But anyway, guys, that's really all I have for you. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents of the game. And yeah, guys, be sure to leave a comment, because I'd love to know what you guys think about the game. Also, please be so kind as to share and subscribe to my channel, like the video. You know, I'm just starting out on YouTube. This is something I wanted to do for a while, and you know, finally got the courage to do it, as I said in my very first video, and I'm sticking by it, see what I can make of it. And yeah, guys, I will be launching another video every week on Saturdays. Sometimes I might be able to push out 2, but I also do work 3 jobs right now. I am going to be doing my best. I will be doing something for anyone who is a Star Wars fan. I will be doing a stream on Twitch when Legacy of the Sith comes out for the Old Republic on December 14th. So if you're into Star Wars, definitely check me out on Twitch on that. And I'll have my social media in the description, so you guys can stay up to date on when I'm going to be covering it. I won't be able to cover it the day it comes out, but I will be covering it later that week. And then, yeah, I got a lot of Star Wars stuff planned for my channel. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I have a video coming out very soon as to the difference between the original expanded universe and the new rebooted Disney canon, and why I absolutely cannot stand what Disney is doing to Star Wars. So hopefully you'll look forward to that. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is going to be it. Like I said, links in the description for social media. Stay up to date. Any help at all is appreciated. I appreciate all and any support. Until next time, guys, this is Nerdy Operator signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.